going on, peoples? My name is Mr. Tor. Welcome to the channel. This video has been long awaited. This channel has been long awaited. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all go ahead and run that intro. So this is the top 5 funniest misconceptions I've heard about dogs over the years. Number 1, dog parks are good for your dog. In my opinion, this is untrue. I feel as if the biggest reason why people take their dogs to dog parks and stuff like that is for them to get sociable, and you know, they want their dogs to feel as if they have friends. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. Your dog doesn't really need friends. Your dog does not wake up every morning and wonder, when will I ever go see my best friend? It's not what they think about. It's not what they want to do either. Of course, your dog wants to play and stuff like that, but you got to think about it like this, right? Your dog is just like a child, 100%. It's just like a child. If you raise your dog in a certain way, you have it disciplined and all that type of jazz, and you take it to a dog park where people probably are not raising their dog in a similar way. The dogs are probably not disciplined at all, right? You take them there, your dog is gonna feed off of that energy. Your dog is gonna take that back to your house. You don't want that. That's just not a good thing. There's other ways for your dogs to be sociable. Dog park is not the end all be end all. End all begin all. I think I said that wrong. Number 2, cropping your dog's ears makes them crazy. So this one right here, it could have been, it was a very good close contender for number 5, but we'll say that one for later. But this is very hilarious to me sometimes. It's not as funny as it was in the beginning when I was first hearing this, especially, because I have a couple of my dogs' ears are cropped. Some of my dogs, not all my dogs' ears are cropped. It's just what it is. But this is just, it's just nonsense. It's a pseudoscience nonsense. Cropping your dog's ears does not make them crazy. It's really just an aesthetic thing. That's really all it is. It's just a look. Taking the ears away doesn't make it vicious or anything like that. In fact, it actually helps with a lot of things. Very lot of things. I really encourage people to do their research. That is another, it's just a funny thing to me. Cropping it, you have nothing to worry about. Number 3, pit bulls have locked jaws. I was debating on kind of how to kind of start this. I'm still kind of new to this YouTube thing. They don't, I guess. They don't. A pit bull does not have a lock. There's no such thing as a locked jaw. There isn't. It's just the will and the want and the tenacity. It's basically the will, the want, and tenacity, and the tenacity of a dog to hold on. Full grips, all that type of stuff. Stuff like that is kind of trained, but it's the will and the want to hold on. There's no such thing as a locked jaw. There's no dog that's jaws is genetically engineered or made or created or in any type of way to lock when it bites. There's no such thing. It doesn't even make any sense. It's another funny thing I've heard. Number 4, my dog's color is a bloodline. Okay, so this one right here this was another good contender for number 5. And so I've heard plenty of times, and back even when I didn't really know much about dogs, I would always hear that people would always ask, did your dog have papers, this and that, yada yada yada. The person would be like, no. Okay, well, what type of bloodline is your dog? It'd be like a blue nose pig, blue nose, or red nose, or gator, right? That isn't a color, but just that ridiculous, right? That and that, of course, is just ignorance, right? It's like some of the stuff that was funny isn't as funny now because it's just, I've heard it so many times, and you kind of feel bad at it, in a sense. It's just ridiculousness. But yeah, my dog's color is Merle. What? That doesn't make any sense. My dog, it's just crazy. That's a crazy one. All right, number 5. Raw food makes a dog crazy or bloodthirsty. All right, so this is the one that I really wanted to get to. This is number 5. There's a lot of big contenders, but this one I feel as if has to be the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. That feeding a dog raw food, blood and all, makes a dog insane, just bloodthirsty, just a monster or whatever like that. They're really gonna bite you. They're really gonna show their teeth. No, it doesn't. In fact, raw feeding is probably the best thing you could do for your dog, if not the best thing you could do for your dog. It is 100% the best thing you could do for your dog. It's the healthiest route, especially if you're doing it correctly. It's the healthiest route. It just helps out with a lot of things. Skin. They're meant to eat that way, essentially. Right? They're meant to eat that way. I've heard people say that. My dog tasted a little bit of blood and he went out and he killed all the neighbors' dogs. It never happened. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. It never. And if that did happen, it wasn't because it had raw food. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. There's plenty of things. There's plenty of other funny things that I've heard, but these are the top 5, just off the top of the dome, stuff that I remember. So this is probably stuff that you've heard before too, as well. I hope that I've said at least something for you guys to have a little laugh about, or maybe you kind of related to. Okay, so if you like this content and you want to see this more, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that type of jazz. If not, you don't. But if you did like this, please come back. I will be doing this a bit more consistently in the coming weeks, months, years, however this works. If you guys like this, please, comment. Like I said, comment, share, subscribe. I'm not really good with this technology stuff, but I'm really trying to give the effort into doing it. So if you guys like this, please, I would love some feedback. Really appreciate this. Appreciate you guys for watching.